Welcome, everybody. Welcome in. It is YouSchoode. Hell yeah. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host of the Moses Shooter, broadcasting live from Oakton Falls, Virginia. Glad to be with you. You know the procedure. Hit the like button. Make sure you've hit the like button, because if not, we won't get 38 people to watch this episode. But we're going to conduct ourselves like this is a much larger show. I have so much to get to in the next 2 hours. Hopefully we can get to it all. Don't think I've ever covered the Python Cowboy on this version of my broadcast. Of course, he was a guest on the Chaddukes show before he was on the Joe Rogan show. I'd like to be very clear about that. I didn't just watch a guy on Joe Rogan and then book him on my show. Maybe it was vice versa. You never know. But he's got a new video out that I wanted to take a look at. We discussed earlier this week on the Chaddukes show this fighting tournament that Dan Hooker put on. That was an audio medium. This is a visual one, so I wanted to get into that. Finally, this week, we're going to get to BARF. So what's BARF? Well, BARF is an 18-year-old acronym for Baltimore area rat fishing, which apparently was a real thing. There's no shortage of prey for fishing for rats in Baltimore, so I pulled this for last week's show and we never got to it, so we're going to fucking get to it today. Promise you that. There's a new crazy Jurassic Park ride in Beijing, and I may have found the most obnoxious human being on the face of God's green earth getting thrown out of a park at Disney. So all of that, and I'm glad you're with me. Tell a friend. This is an easy modality for addiction to the Chaddukes Show product. This is free. You don't have to know any backstory to listen to this shit. My show can get a little inside. I understand that. If you don't know all the characters, it can sound a little weird. This ain't that. It should be easy for everybody. I also want to talk about the new Fantastic Four movie I think comes out this weekend. I think it's going to do really well. I think it's, despite some of the concerns that I may have or people like me may have, it looks different enough and flashy enough, and it's summer and everyone knows who the Fantastic Four are. Everybody knows who Pedro Pascal is. I think it's going to do well. But I have a lot of concerns. I think most people that are traditional comic book fans probably have a lot of concerns about the direction that film is heading. So we'll get to that on the program as well. Quick plug. I know some of you may be looking. There are 5 copies of Revelation 3 available right now just for people watching this show. Just for people watching this show. I'm leaking these out. This is our CD exclusive episode, the 3rd of the installment of the Chaddukes Show Revelation, where we go ahead and admit really disgusting and horrible, embarrassing things about ourselves. And lots of people are looking for a copy for this. I will no longer be destroying or nuking a full week of my life by putting all the copies up online for sale. So we are leaking them out. and I've leaked some out before the program today. So if you have been looking for one or waiting, go right now, CommonwealthDryGoods.com. You can grab yourself a copy of the CD that everybody's looking for, the CD of the summer. Ground Big, it was Miami by Will Smith. It was Hot and Her by Nelly. And now it's this. And now it's Revelation 3. So go grab it. Get yourself a Chad Duke Show hat. We have some of those up on the website. They're very appropriate for the warmer months. Grab yourself a bumper sticker. We got the Big Tuna Energy, all types of fun stuff up there. So go to the website now. Grab yourself one of these. It was a big week on my show. We had a live event, and we were out at Fairwinds Brewing, and we've been talking about it all week. It was a great turnout. Beer was really good. Food was good. Company was good. People seemed to enjoy the show. So if you did make it out for that, thank you very much. Certainly was a wiener in my book, but not for everybody. Not for everybody. And for those of you in the audience that have never put a live show on, there's a couple of things that you look for. One of them is if the attendance is good, if you can look out into the crowd and it looks fat and full. I'm not talking about a sellout or, overcrowding. You look into the crowd and you don't see a lot of open space. You see a lot of faces looking up at you. That's kind of the jumping off point to whether or not that you're going to have any type of success whatsoever. So we checked that box. Whether or not it seemed like people were having a good time. That's probably box number 2. And you say, well, Dukes, if you've already got their ticket money, does that really matter? Well, yeah, it does. First of all, our event was free. Secondly, if people think you're shit or they don't have a good time, they're not going to come out again. Even if they like the show, they're not going to come out and support. Like, that was boring. I don't feel compelled to watch. Like, I didn't, and there were no laughs for me. So if the first most important thing is that there's good attendance, I would say second most important is that people enjoy themselves. And then after that, you get to our drinks being served, is food being served promptly, is the quality what it needs to be? Can people buy merch? Things of that nature. But I would put number 2, are people having a good time at your live show? And while my show was well attended this past Saturday at Fairwinds, I think I would be, as critical as I can be of myself, I would relent to that. There is some visual representation that perhaps we were lacking a little bit in that capacity. To wit, lots has been said about this picture. First and foremost, I would like to point out that I did not take this fucking picture. It was sent to me by someone that wants to hurt my feelings. But a lot has been focused on the gentleman right there in the forefront is a gentleman by the name of Orgy Beard. He's a great listener of my program, very supportive. I'm always happy when Orgy Beard can come out. But people seem to be taken away from the rest of what's going on in this photo because, A, you can see Orgy Beard's private area quite distinctly with these bespoke shorts and all the skin-tight clothing. He has what appears to be a very early model of a BlackBerry in his hand. That does not look to be an iPhone or an Android or a Note or whatever people have. I don't know what type of smartphone that you morons have that think that Apple is a cult. No, you're in the fucking cult. The rest of us just want our shit to work and for it to be easy. You won't let yourself use a certain type of technology because it goes against your fucking religion. I mean, it's hilarious to me that the Apple people get called, and there's Apple cultists most assuredly. I am not one of them. I want my shit to work. And I'm an idiot, and I want it to work easily, and that's the way that it goes. I don't know what type of antiquated phone that Orgy Beard is holding there, but it ain't one that's been made in a year with the number 2 in front of it. So what people don't notice about this photo is that everybody else in this photo looks disinterested and pained and tortured. I know this doesn't look like a fun live event because there's, restricted area signs, looks very rough, rugged, and raw. It's the out to lunch brawl behind these gentlemen and ladies. But I assure you, it's comfortable, perfectly reasonable enough live event, space. They did a great job at Fairwinds. I know that seems to be a ladder back there, someone's leather jacket. It doesn't look inviting, but it was. It was. These people are miserable. So when you see a photo like this, you're like, well, shit. Nobody's having fun. And I've had a couple of people bring up the fact when I'm bemoaning this, saying, well, was it taken before the show? Was it taken after the show? And I would stipulate that nobody at a Pink Floyd show has ever made these facial expressions. Nobody that goes out to see Dave Chappelle or Kevin Hart or Dennis Leary do stand-up has ever made these facial expressions. This is another photo of a gentleman that I was doing the show with up on stage. Again, I defy anyone to comb through. Let's pick a band, right? Let's pick Queensryche or Creedence Clearwater Revival. I know there was it Porno for Part? No, it was Jane's Addiction. Recently, Jane's Addiction went on tour, and Perry Caravello, or whatever the fuck the lead singer's name is, he started physically attacking Dave Navarro on stage. Physically attacking Dave Navarro on stage. That's probably worse than this. But I have never in my life seen anyone that's about to perform on stage look this listless, this depressed, this upset, appearing to be questioning all types of life decisions. Hopefully not those overalls. Those are spectacular. So yeah, if there's boxes that are being checked, unfortunately, I don't think that we were able to do that. Firing on all cylinders this Saturday at Fairwinds. There were some unsatisfied customers. But other than that, I'm calling it a big win. Other than miserable co-hosts and audience members, I'm still calling it a big motherfucking win because I got drunk. And I sold a bunch of merch. So we're gonna call that a win. Speaking of merch, there is a new popcorn bucket that has been announced for the Fantastic Four movie. I'm of mixed emotions about the popcorn bucket craze. Like, in one way, I'm a merch guy. Like, I like themed shit. I like when there's a band that does a merch drop, or they do a merch drop for a scary movie. Like, if you go on some of these horrortees.com or some of the, like, oh, we're going to do I just saw one of the sites I follow. We're going to do a Club Dread merch drop. I'm like, man, that's so fucking cool. Like, that movie I love that movie. It doesn't get enough play. But when I see popcorn buckets for Snow White or Despicable Me 12, how much clutter do we all need? And there's some exceptions to the rule. Like, the Alien Romulus had a xenomorph head popcorn bucket that was fucking exceptional. If you're an Alien fan, I don't know how you couldn't want that. And I'm dubious about this Fantastic Four movie. There's a lot of reasons to be dubious about this Fantastic Four movie. They've gender swapped the Silver Surfer. The first reactions from people that have seen this movie are intimating that they push the male characters to the side, and it's Sue Storm's movie to team up with the female Silver Surfer to stop Galactus. This information's been out for weeks. I can neither confirm nor deny, but there was rumors that they were already reshooting it. You have the lady that's playing Sue Storm coming out and saying that we're going to be a lot of discussion of the gender roles of the 60s in this fucking crazy comic book movie. The Human Torch is supposed to be this Playboy Lothario. They're backing that down. They're making him more emotional. There's a lot of things going on in this movie that are very Disney, very Marvel, and very much the shit they've been doing, I would say, starting in Endgame. And this is off the heels of they've already had 2 flops this year. Thunderbolt's now confirmed to be a flop, even though the reactions to that movie were much better than the past couple of Marvel movies. But I think the saving point, no matter what, for the Fantastic Four movie is Galactus. You have the Devourer of Worlds finally showing up in an appropriate form, and they've shown us just enough of him to let us know, okay, this is not the weird fucking space cyclone that showed up in those other horrible Fantastic Four movies. They've taken multiple stabs at this franchise, by the way. For whatever reason, and I think it's because it's familiarity with the audience, they will not let it die. Just like Superman. We're going to get a reboot. When this Superman movie flops, we're going to get another rebooted Superman movie because everybody knows who's Superman, and jerks in suits are too intrigued by that. So, but I want to be fair and I want to be honest, and this is pretty fucking cool. This is a gigantic Galactus head that happens to be, I guess they're calling it a popcorn vessel. Apparently, it comes with a large popcorn, which is great because I'm sure this thing is $57 fucking dollars. Now, you aren't going to be able to find this anywhere. You aren't going to be able to find this Galactus popcorn bucket. They will sell out immediately to all the shitheads that are then going to go put them up on eBay. Now, that's a blessing in disguise. I suppose if you really want one, you will be able to get one if you don't mind getting price gouged a little bit. But even I can admit this is pretty fucking cool, right? Like, this is a popcorn bucket that just makes sense. I saw some of the rest of them, very underwhelming. This one, though, kind of dope. The other piece of information that came out this week about Fantastic Four is they released this new poster, which I believe is going to be straight out of the Marvel bait and switch formula that they've been implementing for years at this point, where they're promising you one type of movie, and then when you get into the movie, it's going to be something completely different. And I think that's why Mr. Fantastic is stepping out in his houndstooth jacket here at the very front, that they're trying to lead us to believe, because obviously Pedro Pascal is the biggest star in this film, that he's going to be the main character. And I would be willing to bet every shekel that I have currently that ain't going to be the case. And if I had to guess, it's going to go a completely different way, like what the test footage had to say to us. And you ask yourself why. It's like, why do you continue to make the same mistakes that have cost you all of this money, that have turned most of your fan base against you? I don't know. I think you can have everything you want. I think you can have competent female characters, diverse casts, all the boxes that you want to check. I think you just have to stop treating us all like we're assholes and treating your male characters like they're assholes and inept and incapable of doing anything unless there's a much smarter and more capable female or gay or whomever character behind them that's going to come in and save the day. I think you can have everything you want. And I admire their commitment to the bit. I really do. Losing money is incredibly motivating to me. Like, not being successful, not having people like your shit, that's very motivating to me. I need to shake things up. I need to try something different. I think it is to most people. And to just stay the fucking course, I guess because you're that sound in your ethics, or whoever is actually, tying those purse strings is that committed to the bid. Whatever it is, there's something admirable about that. But I have a feeling this movie is going to do very, very well in the first week, and then we will see. We shall see if they deliver what people are looking for in another fucking Fantastic Four movie. And then again, the problem this team has inherently working towards it is there's way cooler teams. Like the Fantastic Four is old. Some of the stuff that it's based on, I think are healthy things for anybody to focus on, family and lifting each other up and teamwork and blah, blah, blah. But the X-Men are way cooler. The Avengers are way cooler. X-Force is way cooler. There's just way cool. Thunderbolts are way cooler. There's just way cooler teams out there. And I understand this is about getting the rights back and introducing them, and they're a big name, and you've kind of been focusing on lesser characters over the past couple of few. I understand the motivation, but I think the reason why all these Superman movies struggle is the same reason why all these Fantastic Four movies struggle, is that the complexity of the superhero has kind of doubled and tripled and quadrupled since those characters were introduced, and you haven't been able to update them as succinctly. What's up, Jeff Nelms? Thank you for the Orange Boy 1999 Super Chat. It was a great event despite the depressed folks. I think I drank 2 gallons of Atlantico Amigos. Yes, indeed. If you were not there, I believe we sold 850 draft beers on Saturday afternoon. And lots of cases. I think more cases than they've ever sold is what I was told. Thank you, Jeff Nelms, for the beautiful Super Chat. TJ Evans with a 5 Chaddukes Show gifted memberships. There's a link at the top of the chat and in the description if you'd like to explore the back catalog. It don't cost much. Most of the time you can just get a free one if you're hanging out in the chat. But Solid Dudes on Friday, all of those back, there's 115 of those, I think, all available for you if you become a member of this particular YouTube channel. Very, very nice of you, TJ Evans. And thank you. We do accept super chats over here on this particular YouTube channel. A lot of people don't, but I'll tell you what, Dino gets butt-sized when you guys are generous.
I just want to say, I get butt-sized.
I don't know how you can't. All right. We will see. We will see with Fantastic Four. All right. Where do we want to start with? Let's check in with invasive species in the great state of Florida. I can't tell. Half of me, every time I watch the Python Cowboys content, there's the redneck half of me, which generally dominates. That is the boss man's half, that is incredibly jealous that this man is able to make this living this way. And then there's another half of me that says, how in the fuck is this a normal civilized world that we live in, where these guys are opening fire with AR-15s in the middle of canals in Florida to try to kill iguanas, who at times look to be the cutest things on earth. Now, I understand invasive species, and I understand there's going to be a lot of, is tree hugger still a thing that people say? How old is the term tree hugger? Haven't heard that one in a minute. But they're going to be upset no matter what. If you watch the Python Cowboy, a lot of what he does is he has to take into context where he is being hired to weed out these invasive species. If he's going to be in front of a bunch of yentas, 45 to 55-year-old women, he knows he can't just open fire on these things because they don't care about invasive species, killing off the flora, killing off the fauna, killing off the local habitats and wildlife that's supposed to be there. They just see bad man with stick hitting four-legged creature. So anyway, if you've never watched Python Cowboy, he lives in Florida, and he goes around, what does he hunt? Iguanas, pythons. And Florida, I think we're all aware of this. There's really good things and really bad things. The really good things, a lot of oceans, a lot of seafood, a lot of boats, got theme parks, fun stuff, Miami, the Keys. And then there's the bad stuff. There's people in meth dens that think they want a python as a pet. They realize they don't, and they release it into the Everglades, and then the python reproduces as a crazy clip and chokes out all the shit that's supposed to be there. Horticulture suffers. And that's the same thing with these iguanas. He goes and he wipes out entire colonies. There's these invasive pigs. And I'm talking about the plus-size ladies and ladies. I'm talking about the hogs, the feral hogs that are all over the South. There's some sort of a duck creature, too, that he just fucking lays out. And he's got an army of dogs, and he teaches them to fight hogs. He teaches them to jump off the boat, and if he shoots an iguana, the dog's going to come back with an iguana because he's got to lay it out for a bounty or some shit. I have no idea. I think he donates some of these things to like homeless shelters so they can fry up the iguana. Apparently, it's not the best eaten, but it is eaten. So I've had him on the show. Seems like a practical dude, pragmatic dude. Another part of what he does for his living is he takes guys like me, necks that like to shoot stuff, and they go out in the boats and they iguana hunt. And he lets other people do what it is he does. And he seems to be doing well. His YouTube community has tripled and quadrupled since I had him on. I doubt I could ever book him again. But haven't checked in with the Python Cowboy. This is a fairly recent video entitled Why Iguanas Are a Big Problem in Florida. We'll have to take a look.
Ready for this?
Her tail just broke off too. Whooza!
Nice work, buddy. Nice work. Back of the boat.
Look at the footwork. Incredible.
Flawless.
Flawless. You cannot teach that footwork.
Go, get him. Get him.
See, this is the part of the job that I would never be able to come to grips with. I mean, I've been to Florida. My dad lives in Pensacola. I've been to Florida hundreds of times, like we all have in our lives. There are fucking alligators everywhere. Anywhere where there is more than a puddle of standing water, I'm just assuming there's an alligator and a snapping turtle and an eel and a water moccasin and a camel spider and a centipede. I mean, Florida, they don't got no winter, but they got all types of shit that'll bite your gonads, have your gonads swelling, big cantaloupe gonads. Everything I'm okay with up at this point where this fucker just jumps into this canal like he's not going to come up with one of these things attached to his gonads.
All right, y'all. Today we're heading back out to the Iguana Highway. We're going to see if we can't stack up some invasive lizards.
See, this part, I mean, you call me a hayseed all you want. This part looks fun as shit. Like the part where you're just sitting there discharging firearms. And I don't know what that sounded like, almost an air rifle, like a high-powered air rifle. I've seen him use, I think it's AR pistols before, but that doesn't sound like, and I think they actually had a picture of it earlier. I don't know if he's using some different type of firearm that he's allowed to discharge in the middle of a fucking canal with people around. But the optic and it's invasive species, and we've got justification to do it. There's a lot of intriguing shit about this, to me anyways. Largemouth ass, $20 orange boy. Thank you so much, bud. The Python Cowboy uses high-end air guns to get the iguanas. Thanks so much for turning on to his channel. Yeah, it looked like he had an air rifle. You know what, a largemouth? I'm going to turn you on to an air gun store out in Phoenix that's going to fucking... you're going to absolutely love. Maybe we'll take a look at that if we have some time today. They have got air rifles that'll make George Lucas cream in his pants. Tell you what, man, $20 super chat.
I'm butt sliced.
Thank you so much, largemouth ass. Very, very kind of you. And Sean Sal with the $5 super chat. Saw you earlier today at the store. Always a great show. Thank you for all the entertainment. Thank you for coming by the store to buy the fucking CD. Thank you. What a novel concept. Not causing Schoode to... maybe this is why people are scared to order the CD online. You don't need to be scared. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure to sit there and slave away. Thank you to Leslie Tort and Drew Style Johnson and Michael O'Shaughnessy, who have all ordered shit while we've been doing the show. You guys are very, very nice, and you get the dancing big men for that. That's just the dancing big man. I'll give the dancing big men later in the program. Thank you, Sean Sal. We do accept super chats on this channel, so you don't just sit there spanking it with a thumb up your ass. Hit the like button. Yeah, largemouth, we need to find an invasive species in Northern Virginia that we can just go out there and gat left and right in the middle of the street. It's all about having goals.
Fetch him up. Good dog. Bring him here. You gotta pay better attention, buddy.
You got him, Busby. And I'm taking one of my new guys out with me, see if we can't train him up a little bit, get him ready for some guided hunts. I got old Catfish coming.
I mean, give me Catfish right now. I don't know how much the Python Cowboy wants for Catfish. Do you know how quickly my wife and I would ruin Catfish? Like, I'm a pretty good dog owner. Like, I discipline my dog. We walk our dogs. We take our dogs to the vet. Our dogs don't bite. Our dogs don't growl. Our dogs don't snarl. You can bring your kids around my dog. You can bring your fucking pets around my dog. You can bring old people around the dog, foreigners that dive off the sidewalk in the city of Fairfax that I bring my dog by. They don't need to because my dogs aren't racist. My dog's friendly to everybody. Like, I'm a good dog owner. But if you gave me Catfish, who's been trained to jump into murder canals in Florida and fish out the carcasses of fallen iguana, he'll be ruined within a week and a half. He'll be laying on the couch. We'll be giving him the peanut butter pad. Do you guys know about the peanut butter pad? Do you guys give your dog the peanut butter pad? No dog peanut butter jokes, please. They're too obvious. Peanut butter pad for dogs. This thing is a fucking game changer. I mean, maybe I'm late to the party with the peanut butter pads. Like maybe this is something you guys have been giving your dogs for a while. Yeah, this is it. You just take like a big knife full of peanut butter and you jam it into that rubber plate. There's little prongs that plop and prop up. And then your dog has to sit there and work at it to get that peanut butter. And it kills time. It keeps the dog occupied. We get special dog peanut butter. This is what a fucking mope I am. We don't give the dog human peanut butter because there's too much sugar in it. We get special dog peanut butter. It's made from honey. Honey. It's made from honey. What movie? You'll have my respect if you know what movie. Can't recommend this enough. Ellen Ripley Dukes, whenever she gets the fucking peanut butter pad, we're watching a movie or something, it makes her respect us finally again. Nathan probably said that dog loves his life, gets to do what he's bred to do all day long. Oh, no, you're absolutely right. I mean, this dog is living a better life with the Python Cowboy as far as its health and what a dog is supposed to do with its life than it ever would with me. I just know that I want this goddamn dog. Like this dog should be mine. He's got plenty of dogs.
Them up a little bit, get them ready for some guided hunts. I got old catfish coming along as well for.
So we're gonna need to start some sort of an online petition that catfish should be shipped north. I don't even mind. I'll drive down. I mean, I think it's like a 12-hour drive to where Python Hunter is. He might be a little bit further south, so it might be a 15-hour drive. But I got a truck. Catfish would be most welcome. Ellen Ripley Dukes is a beta. Catfish would have his rule of the roost. I don't have many pythons for him to chew on, but we would ruin him. We would definitely ruin him. Danny Diaz, $1.99. Thank you so much. Freeze the PB on the pad for rip. Yes. If we have prep time, D-Man, we definitely do that. I also will take the jar of dog peanut butter when there's just the leavings left, and we throw that in the freezer, and then we let her take that outside. And then she'll just sit there and fuck with it and try to get the peanut butter out for weeks and months. Look for my new summer special dog cast. We're going to be streaming to even worse numbers than YouSchoode, but that's not going to stop me. Nothing can stop me.
A little refresher, and I have a buddy that lives by me that we call Ghost Man, and we're going to see how they can shoot. All right, we got a little one peeking his head up.
I didn't even see it.
Give it here. Give it.
Woo! So usually when me and my buddy go.
Oh, he's still alive. So there's another good boy. Borger, are you telling me, largemouth, when he shoots them with the air rifle, then they're not dead? Are they incapacitated? Are they injured? Like, is it severing the spine? Is it just knocking them out? I don't know. Hey, Enoch, do me a favor. Take a landscape video of you saying, hit the like button, you craven milksops. Everybody that I know in the chat, I need you to take a landscape video of you screaming, hit the like button, you craven milksops, and then either send it to me, go to chaddukesshow@gmail.com and send that in, please. I'll ever for eternally be in your debt, and I'll add you here to the YouSchoode rotation of star screens.
This man team up. We're out on his tree farm, and I'm helping him manage nuisance deer, hogs, all kind of different nuisance animals. So this is going to be a little bit different for him, and I'm excited to get him in on these iguanas.
We're ready, boys.
Oh, that was it!
Hell yeah, boys!
All right, catfish. Now watch how Busby does this.
So now this dude, they've knocked the iguana into the water. And I guess the dog can't go get the iguana if it's sunk to the bottom of the canal. So now this dude, Busby, again, has jumped into the water in Florida. If there isn't an alligator underneath them, it's the upset of all upsets. But he's got to dive down into this murky brown water and fish out the corpse of the iguana. This is the part that I don't understand.
It's like Joe Dirt. Like a frog man.
Right there.
Yeah, but he might have rolled out a little bit.
There's a bunch of twigs I see too. They should be right
Here, dude. I don't know how we don't see him. Yeah, there's a big branch that comes out here. Well, I'm a big believer in leave no iguana behind. So this is a perfect moment to throw the new guy in and see what he's got. This is Canal Handstanding Olympics. This is Busby representing Florida.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The reason they have these canals in Florida is because everything is like swampy below sea level shit. And you have to have the canals to run off the rainwater or everything will flood. Is that correct? I was operating under that assumption. So is this all just rainwater? I mean, this water has got to be filthy, right? Maybe there's less people, so there's less just runoff from all the disgusting shit that comes with people, the fertilizers and the windshield washer fluid and all of that other shit that might go into the water, the battery acid. I don't know. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it, especially if they're drinking beers. I don't think they are. I think Python Cowboy is a pretty straight shooter. But if we're going out there and like I'm paying him to do this and I'm allowed to have a few red labels, God forbid a shot of that wild turkey liquor, whew, I might jump into a motherfucking canal. Largemouth asks, $10 super chat. Thank you, buddy. The air guns he uses up to 30 cal and fly at over 1,000 FPS. Those iguanas are dead if they hit in the head. Oh, yeah, trust me. I watched, my dad's got some crazy redneck show down in Pensacola that he watches where it's called, like, Air Gun Hunter. And these motherfuckers will go out. They went to Africa, and they're shooting, like, dinosaur animals that I don't even know the name of with air rifles, and it's killing them. And you're like, how is this even possible? They had projectiles on the end of these things with like spinning razor blades and shit. They got all kinds of technology. Thank you, Largemouth. Everybody's getting in on the super chat act.
I'm butt-sized.
Sakes, let's get it done. Let's get the super chats in. I forbid super chats on Tuesdays, as you know, but today isn't Tuesday. Holy shit. Eric Williams, $50. To what do I owe the honor, my friend? I believe that's a pink fellow that you sent in. And I promised it earlier, and I'm a man of my word. Let's go ahead and give these the big man dance to Eric Williams for his increased generosity.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck is going on?
I never know what's going on when two 400-pounders just decide they need to do-si-do at one of my events, but I'm here for it. I'm definitely not against it, and I'm not here to stereotype in any way, shape, or form. You show your love any way you want to show your love when you come out to a Chaddukes Show event. Thank you, Eric Williams. It's above and beyond. I'm going to put your name. You know what? Where's my pen? All right, I don't have a pen. I do have a notepad, though, and I'm going to pull it up right here. Let's take a look. Eric. Well, it means more on YouSchoode. I'll be honest. I love all the support we get on Friday nights on Solid Dudes. But when you guys are killing it over here, this is a smaller enterprise. We're still trying to grow an audience over here. So it just means more. Hit the like button or you're dead to me forever. Nathan Farley finally picked up on the 13th Warrior reference. I think you Googled it, Nathan. I'm not going to call you a motherfucking liar, but I think you Googled it.
He comes up with the iguana, he gets gold. Look at the footwork. Incredible.
Flawless.
Flawless.
Ain't no way he gets this.
You cannot teach that footwork.
There's so much shit down here.
Go for gold, baby. Go for gold. Clock is running out.
This is the life, man.
I will say that. Right when I was busting his balls, telling him he ain't gonna find it, it gave him the little extra motivation he needed, and old Busby came up with it. Now you can see why we call him Bird Dog.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Ladies and gentlemen, the face of defeat.
I mean, how much of that water are you allowed to ingest?
Look at him go.
Face of defeat.
Oh,
There it is.
I knew if I talked a little shit.
That's all I
All
needed,
right.
That's all I needed.
We're just getting started managing these areas, and they act as a highway and breeding ground for these iguanas.
How much better of a life does this guy live than anyone here? Like, you're outside, you're working with your hands, you have a skill, you're breathing the fresh air, you're working with dogs, you get your boys involved. Like maybe shooting stuff isn't for you, but just you own your own business. And then out of nowhere, he gets the bright idea to start filming the shit. And now he's famous also. Now he finds himself on Joe Rogan. Got to find an angle, man. Like, this is okay. Like, this ain't bad. Like, I like being here with you. But I'm not living life to the fullest. None of us are. Got to put on anything with buttons. Got to put on a belt. You're not on a boat. Well, how the fuck am I not on a boat for a living? I don't think there's any danger. There is a video that I've watched several times where he gets bit by a giant python and it nicks an artery and he almost bleeds out in the middle of the fucking Florida bush. So I guess there's some danger, but there ain't no danger shooting iguanas. It's not even like other outdoor activity. Like I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna fucking be an exterminator. I don't know, man. The older I get, the more it's like, what am I doing inside fucking dealing with people? I don't want to deal with people. I want to deal with sticking pellets in iguanas' eardrums. That's what everybody wants. That's what they call the American dream. Jesus Christ, we're getting some orders. I'm going to go ahead and give a verbal nod to Jorge Gonzalez, Jim Tomei. Yeah. Eddie Rogenstein, are you watching the show right now? You're a madman. Eddie Rogenstein just ordered everything we got at Commonwealth Dry Goods. Go get yourself a Chaddukes Show hat, CommonwealthDryGoods.com. I don't know why you're not. Treat yourself. You owe it to yourself, especially if we're going out iguana shooting after this.
Where they spill out into new areas. So for us, it's exciting to know that our work out here will have an extra impact on the iguana population on the state as a whole.
Oh,
Dude, that was a shot, boys. I got it on my camera. That thing was barely showing its head.
From the other way, buddy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Nice work, buddy. Nice work. Back of the boat. Catfish is a little different than our other dogs. Most of our dogs we get as puppies or breed them ourselves and train them up. Catfish we actually got from another hunter out in the Midwest. Catfish was a family dog / hunter and just did not work out for them. We had a spot we needed to fill down here for another dog, so we ended up taking him in and showing him how we do things down here. While he's picked it up and he does good, he needs a little extra attention usually. He's very hard-headed, and recently we've been battling a bad ear infection with him. He's already hard at listening.
imagine giving up on catfish. I mean, I would give up on everybody in my life with my same last name before I gave up on catfish. I mean, you give up on your marriage. You give up on celebrating your mother's birthday. You give up on your 401k. Let me make a fucking list of things I'd give up on before I say, catfish isn't working out. We're going to send him to the Everglades. Get fucked. Catfish, he's not bringing the iguana carcasses back as quickly as possible. So we're going to send him up to Anchorage. We're going to get some gas in his ass and send him up to Vince. Fuck that. I mean, I would give up on gluten before I give up on. I give up on pizza before I give up on catfish. Hell, I'm sending a DM to the Iguana Man, and I'm gonna say, give me the fucking farm that gave you catfish, because I'm going there, and there's gonna be a reckoning.
And when his ears are full of gunk, it don't help.
Ew.
Over this past few months, it's really been hard to get his ears under control, but we've actually taken him to the vet a number of times where they put him under, deep clean his ears, and it's really seemed to help. The vet tells us his ears are so bad, he's got what they call sewer ear, and boy, does it sting. Since we've been doing these deep cleans, his ears are a lot better, and they seem to hold without getting an infection. for a good amount of time.
That's disgusting.
Nice work. Nice work.
Smokey, what are you doing? Don't be camera shy. Damn!
Holy shit.
How you feel?
I would embarrass the shit out of myself doing this. I mean, there would be so much joning. May I?
Love that song.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty damn good.
Holy
nice
shit.
little pile going. Bunch of smaller ones.
Probably getting close to 40.
Catfish and
Watch your
dukes.
heads.
Oh, come on.
Scraping by. Story of my life.
This is all I want.
Smoke a mark.
So are they, largemouth, are they shooting while the boat is moving? Like, are they floating by and then also, the math on that really makes me uncomfortable. Like, I just don't think I can make that shot. I tell you guys, you know what we need to focus on next if we're going to do this kind of theme is those Nutri-Rat hunters down in New Orleans where they got those big possum-sized rats and basically like there's a bounty on them. And so you kill the Nutri-Rat and then you cut its tail off and you take it into some sort of government body. I don't know what it is because New Orleans is like, you know, the surface of Mars. It doesn't make any sense. But you take it to some sort of government official, and they pay you like $3 or $4 per tail. And there's guys that just go around doing this all day. Like, and then you're shooting something. See, shooting a deer, even though there's a reason for it, like the deer population exploding is no good. And I understand, like they get hit by cars and shit. There's a reason for it. I just can't do it because I'm a giant pussy. And I've seen deer, and they are what we know in hardcore biker gang pit fighting circles, cute. They're very cute. So the ability to shoot something that isn't cute and is also like ruining the area around it, that sounds way better to me than, oh, hey, we're going to go out hunting narwhal. You know, we're going to go out hunting three-toed sloth. Well, no, I'm not going to do that. They're the cutest things on earth. All right, well, here's a giant fucking rat in the middle of urine-soaked Louisiana. You want to go blow their heads off? Yes, I do. Indeed, I do. That don't make me a bad person. Aaron Kenny's in the building. What's up, brother? That is an orange boy right there. Just an orange boy enjoying a rare day off. Smoked a joint, watched Fight Club, and shaved my head. Oh, man. If I had $1 for how many times I've watched Fight Club and seen how handsome Brad Pitt is with the shaved head and said, I could pull that off and then shave my fucking head and then just look like a goddamn, look like Shrek. I ain't got no Fiona either. Just Shrek. Somehow a combination of Shrek and Donkey is what I look like when I shave my head. Now enjoying YouSchoode Nude Food Dude. Pretty good day. I would completely agree, Aaron Kenny. You know, Nino.
I just want to say, I get butt-sized.
Thank you so much, buddy. That is very, very generous. We're going to put you on the orange boy list. Be careful. You can no longer fly to Tennessee. There's, I think, a number of states that are now forbidding orange boys for flying into them. So be careful if you're going to send in $20 to this particular establishment.
Ooh, I got a couple up there too. We're about to get into them. Nice shot.
Oh, this is all one trip.
Oh, he's going for the live one. And he's smoking.
Get him, catfish.
One special. You ready for this? Oh, his tail just broke off too. Woo, son.
I barehanded that iguana.
These iguanas are extremely successful breeders, and during breeding season, big stud males will often have a number of females that they will mate with. For us, it may be a little bit of a problem, but iguanas, they got two peckers, son, and they're using them. These female iguanas can have up to 60, 70, or more eggs inside of them, and I would expect that half or more of their hatchlings survive.
What are they from? Baltimore, these iguanas? Hi-oh!
Oh, sorry, dude. Smoke them. Oh, what a shot. There's another one up there I seen too. Yeah, he's dead, but nose forward. There was another one I seen. One more. Ooh, hit him again.
Oh.
Nice work, Cat. Bring him here.
You know, invasive species aren't the only thing we're cleaning up on these canals. We come across fishing nets, balloons, all kind of hazardous trash. And while we can't pick...
People are just shit. Can we fucking ban balloons? Like, when is it going to happen? I realized there was a song written about 99 red of them. Enough with the balloons. I mean, the sheer stupidity of celebrating a special occasion by just releasing rubber and plastic into the sky. That has to come down somewhere. It's going to come down somewhere, and then you're not responsible for picking it up. It's at bare least littering. At bare least, you should be hit for littering every time you do a balloon release. And if you do it near a body of water, you should be put in a gulag. Reopen Gitmo for people that have weddings on beaches and release balloons. You should be in irons. I want them all in a stockade. And I want tomatoes, and I want them to be spurled, and I'm going to pelt them with it. Enough with these balloon people. Nathan Harley. Does this mean I have to cancel my trip to Graceland? Orange Boys Mafia. Hey, look, man, I don't make the policies. I think you can still drive into Tennessee if you send in $20, but I'm almost positive it's the no flight list for Tennessee. And I also want to say Ohio. If you said $20 into YouSchoode, you are fucked. If you want to go to the volunteer state or to the other place where the bad football is played. Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, it's an awful risk, Vader. This had better work. Thank you to Aaron Kenny and Nathan Farley for becoming Orange Boys along with Largemouth Ass. It's a crew of people. I mean, they're iconoclasts, man. They're interlopers. They want to insert themselves and then tear down the structure of society. All 44 people are at risk in this room because of these Orange Boys. We don't figure out a way to put them down. Speaking of putting them down, look at this shit.
Pick it up, we make sure to pick up the worst of it. This trash can tangle up native animals, and over the years, me and my guys have rescued a pile of them.
What is going on with that bird? Oh, look at him.
There you go, big fella. Save the day. There you go, big dog. Walk on out here.
For us, it's important not to just kill invasive species out here, but also do our best to help the natives. Well, Ghostman decided he wasn't going to let Bird Dog have all the fun, and he decided to get in the water too.
Go, get him.
Get him.
Get him.
That'll do.
Oh, we got him, son.
Oh, he was dead.
Nice
That's what I'm
work.
talking about.
Nice work.
Hell yeah.
Come on down. Come on down.
Can you even see it? Oh, shit.
Go get it, cat. Good dog.
Wow, what a life.
Got him. Right into him.
Oh,
Get it, cat.
Well, we got a full boat. It is hot as hell. We're getting hungry and thirsty, so we're gonna head back and call it a day. Thanks a bunch for watching, guys. We hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you guys want to come down here, help clean up the canal with me, shoot some iguanas, get some pythons, hogs, gators, you name it.
what?
Visit my website, pythoncowboy.com. We'll get you set up, and make sure to check out our leather products and the auto book.
pythoncowboy.com. All right. Largemouth, are we going? Python. Is it cowboy or cowboys? Is it singular? Singular? All right, here we go. All right, I don't want to hunt python, though. Hunt with us. And let's see how this goes. An authentic Florida hunting experience. Getting folks out to experience the wilds of Florida is why we do what we do. From the time we meet, we're taking you on the hunt of your life We love to share our passion for the outdoors with you in a group, simultaneously helping Florida's ecosystems and native species. Largemouth, who's in on this? Who's in? I'm not paying $2,000 for myself. Get in the boat. Let's head out to Python Islands of the Everglades with our trusted team of python hunting guides and python hunting dogs for an evening you'll never forget. Get the fuck out of here. Are we doing this? Look at this snake. 4 to 5 hour trip. All equipment provided. 4 to 5 hunters. I mean, our dogs hunt with our first ever team of snake hunting dogs. Meet our team of professional python hunting guides where we hunt, what to expect. Hunt overview. Okay, that's it. Which one are we doing, boys? I am dead fucking serious. I don't want to go in the summer. It's going to be too goddamn hot. What else can we do? Iguana hunt, gator hunt. I kind of think iguana hunt is what we want. Bow fishing sounds like fun. The wild hog hunt, I think I'd have a problem with. I think I'd have a problem with that. It's just too grisly. I don't know if you've ever seen those videos, but like the dogs are tearing them apart and shit. Like I don't know if that's for me. Although I would like to. Can you eat a wild hog? Can you smoke a wild hog? What? Python hunting hootenanny. What do they do with the dead iguanas? 100%. When are we going? Laurie, I think they use the skins. I know that he makes leather products out of the skins of all these things. And I think he donates a portion of the meat of the iguana to like, I've seen other videos where he talks about donating it to like food kitchens and shit like that. And all these species are invasive. Like this isn't a guy that's just out there thrill killing. Like he's about improving the ecosystem. I am so fucking largemouth. I'm not dicking around. I'm not sitting here swinging it around here on a show because I'm saying we're not going. Like we're fucking going. So we got to decide what we want to do. I don't think I can put a. Can I put a goddamn poll in this chat? Does anybody know if I can put a poll in this chat? All right. So what do we want to do? Bow fishing sounds like fun. Gator hunt. 4 to 5 hours. I think iguana hunt's what we want, brother. A spot and stalk alligator hunt using a rifle and helping private ranch owners remove problem gators near the Okeechobee area. Includes skinning and quartering the meat. Skinning and quartering the gator meat for consumption.
I'm butt-sized.
What in the hell? This looks like some dinosaur hunting. That thing's got a bullet hole in it. 4 to 5 hours. That ain't bad. 4 to 8 hunters. So look, here's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to book a hunt where we have all of the spots. I don't want to be out with any of these necks. Like, no disrespect. Book an iguana hunt with our guides. Iguana hunts with Mike. So Mike's only $1,500. There he is with Salted Cracker. Could we book an iguana hunt with salted broken cracker, stale cracker, and the python face? I will shit. Yeah, we're doing this. Let's change the dates. June, loading availability. Let's go to, what are we doing, November? I don't want it to be hot. Okay, so they're booking up for the fall. Oh, shit. Look at this. Largemouth, they're booking up for the fucking fall already. All right, we're going to get together a group. I can lose weight by then. I can lose weight by October. I'm going to have to lose 100 pounds. We got to lose 100 fucking pounds to go down there and do this. I'm calling. Who would come with me for this? Who's a man? You think Biker Sean would do this? I'm going to call him. I will open this up. If there are listeners, Largemouth, you're in. Are there any other listeners that would like to go? You swear I'm not going to do this. Hey, bud, you're on YouSchoode, but there's only like 40 people watching, so you're fine. Yeah. Hey, if I book a trip in October to go iguana hunting with the Python Cowboy, would you want to go? I was trying to think. I don't know a lot of manly men. I think you're as close as I know.
definitely want to go, but I think that there's a small problem with me doing that.
Because you're a felon? It's just air guns, though. They're not using actual rifles.
So I just gotta make sure that that's okay.
I don't think you've ever told me what your felony is, by the way, or felonies. Is it felony or felonies? Okay, that's not too bad.
It's just a minor felony, but you know the way the law works is any felony, and the Second Amendment no longer applies to me.
Those pesky modern felonies, I swear to God.
Yeah, look, it's a small detail.
I think you just can't own a firearm. You're allowed to go to a gun range.
No.
You're being silly.
I know it's a crime to possess one.
You're not going to possess it. They're going to own it. You're just going to be on a boat shooting it at lizards.
Oh yeah, you Google how possession works. Let me tell you what my lawyer told me. If
Well,
a gun is within my reach, it is technically in my possession.
Well, then you're fucked every time you come over to my house. You're going straight. I'm calling the fucking YouSchoode myself.
If it's hidden and I don't know where it is, I can reasonably say that I didn't possess it.
They're not hidden. They're on every shelf. They're on every wall. What are you talking about?
Well, then technically, if they came in and they wanted to, they could.
All right, I'm going to keep that in mind if you ever fuck with me.
So fucked up.
Yeah.
I'll never come over again.
Oh, that probably was going to happen anyway. All right, I'm going to pencil you in as a maybe.
All right, sounds good, buddy.
All right, I'll talk to you later. All right, so Biker Sean is a maybe. All right, largemouth is in. $10. He uses the carcasses to feed his captive hogs. Seriously, and yes, I'm 100% in on the iguana hunt. Brendan G says he's down. Lori Wagner says that would make one hell of a trip, and Stale Cracker could cook up what you kill. I mean, Stale Cracker, there's no chance Stale Cracker couldn't make us a delicious iguana gumbo if we're down there paying. All right, largemouth, I'm fucking dead serious. I got the book club. We got the book club this week. Let's talk about it at the book club. Because I just think we can't turn this down. And I think that we have to go with Mike, right? Like, we can't go without him. That wouldn't make any sense whatsoever. All right, very good. Hit the like button. Hit the like button for slaughtering innocent animals. Thank you. That's what we're all about over here. All right. I think a lot of you know that I am a big fan of the city of Baltimore. That's why when I found this video on the internet, it is on a channel called UTC66. They have 55 subscribers. It was put up 18 years ago, and the title of the video is called Barf Baltimore Area Rat Fishing. The description goes as such. Baltimore area rat fishing explores the strange world of a group of rat fishermen holding their annual rat fishing tournament hosted at the Yellow Rose Bar in Baltimore. Please, somebody in the chat, Google if the Yellow Rose Bar in Baltimore is still open. Just 45 miles away in a dirty alley in Adams Morgan, Washington, D.C. Eric, the host of this video, attempts a little rat fishing with some hilarious results. Nothing better than a Saturday night with a case of beer, your favorite girlfriend, some bacon, peanut butter, and a hook. So apparently this isn't just a Baltimore event. Lord knows they have rats upon rats in Washington, D.C. I just don't understand anyone that goes anywhere near a city at this point. They have beautiful restaurants everywhere now. I know that there's museums, there's stadiums, there's things that maybe you'd want to go see, but the rats alone would. You thought I was kidding on the name of this video. Now, this thing is 18 years old. I don't know what they were filming it on. It don't look great, but it's worth your time.
Okay, tell them, Chuck. Okay, it started about 2.5 years ago with an article that was in the Guide, the Baltimore City Guide. Okay, talking about.
I mean, the fact that this isn't shtick, the fact that this isn't produced and written and booked out, Like, you're going to watch this and think, okay, this is just some strange found footage movie that somebody's isolated a clip from. Oh, no.
Every smoke is the best.
You take the peanut butter, spread it on top of the bacon. Okay, because the bacon stayed on the hook pretty good. Peanut butter's all in it.
So they go for the peanut butter.
Yeah. They go for the smell.
Right.
I gotta be honest, if there was anything that had peanut butter and bacon on it laying in the fucking center of a deserted alley, I might dive on top of it and try to bite down. I certainly couldn't guarantee you that I wouldn't.
And you see a bunch of rats, astronomical amount of rats right here.
What's the feeling like when you're railing in a rat? Like, how do you feel?
Same thing like with a fish.
I mean, they're like fighting.
Yeah, same thing like with a fish.
When you go to kill them, you don't kill them where the blood is splatting on their faces. Right, how do you kill them? Either like take the rock, stick it out in front of you, hit them on the ground, or set it on the ground and then stop.
See, that's the part that would stop me from being able to do this. Like, I've got no love for rats or vermin. But I couldn't step on one's head. It's the same reason Tor was talking about this on Tuesday's episode of the Chaddukes Show. And that is, if it's a giant bug, like, I don't want to feel anything. I don't want to feel any resistance when you're executing any type of a creature. And anything larger than, let's say, a snake. I don't even like killing stink bugs because they have that like hard carapace on the outside that snap, crackles, and pops. Jimmy or Wes is related to this guy. I don't think so. Jimmy and Wes, they still like to pretend that Baltimore isn't a giant steaming pile of shit. Like, the guy that runs Barf has completely embraced what a rat-infested shithole Baltimore is. And for that reason, I respect him.
Sling, if I catch a rat tonight, we got a baseball bat, we'll probably knock him out.
What I felt watching the iguana hunting video, whatever the exact opposite of that is this. Never in a million years would I want to do this. I'm willing to pay $1,000 to go hunt iguana. Never would I want to do this. There's nothing about this that I find intriguing.
We haven't put a dent on this rat population whatsoever.
Did you guys catch the on? You guys caught the on, right? They haven't put a dent on this rat population.
We haven't put a dent on this rat.
There it is. I mean, God bless them. Can we get some hats that say barf? I've got beautiful Chaddukes Show hats available on CommonwealthDryGoods.com. Maybe I made a mistake. The white trucker barf hat, missed opportunity.
Population whatsoever. One female rat will produce 16 offspring every 30 days. And she lives for 16 months.
Catch a rat.
How does that guy know so much about rats? There's a fucking mariachi band that's watching these hater boys fish for rats behind the dumpster. I mean, you can't book it better. If you were going to make a movie about this, you'd say, all right, what if we have a mariachi band walking down the alley incredulously?
Some of us think we're nasty. Nice little animals. You shouldn't do this to them. I'm sorry.
There's about 5 or 6 rats checking out this piece of bacon over here. But I think, if anything, they're nervous.
Hey, maybe there's a more humane way than what we're doing.
Well, it's interesting to see how they work, because, like, 2 of them will run by real quick, and another one will, like, skitter by.
With us, couple minutes, bam, click on. Same thing like we execute people. Right? Which is the better way? You give the guy the injection, he goes, he's gone, right? Or you let him hang there for about 10 minutes.
What led to this conversation? Like, we can't talk football. We're not still pissed off at the Colts for leaving in the middle of the night. We can't talk about Cal breaking the fucking streak. Like, what led these guys? Tawaka is so delicious. I'm going to list all the different cocktails I like to make with Tawaka. You really must have hit a conversational dry spell if you're going to get into your impassioned argument as to how morally and ethically it's okay to fish for rats in an alley in a populated city. Like, what happens if Smokey pulls up, right? What happens if John Law drives? I mean, are they going to give you a Coke and a smile? Maybe they're happy. Get rid of some of these rats. Do you need a permit? You need a permit to fish. I mean, if you're having if you have an organization with merchandise, tournaments, cash prizes, they have a bar that's hosting the event. How did we get here? Rod Rodriguez thinks this is everyday talk at Wesley's Barbershop. I think you're right. I think there's a cultural stigma, probably where I'm from or where you guys are from, that wouldn't allow the conversation to take a turn like this down a dark alley, a rat-filled dark alley with hooks and peanut butter and bacon.
Which is better?
They definitely know what's going on, and they're very nervous. They're very nervous. Is that like a record for a rat?
That's right now.
Here we are at the Yellow Rose in Baltimore at the third annual rat fishing.
How come Kevin Smith, no one will help me out? Please look up to see if the Yellow Rose is still in business. Because if it is, I got to go up there when I go up to the bar that we were talking about last week where the owner was making, what was the name of the bar where the owner was making fun of the fat chick and said that her fat was jiggling when she danced and making everybody sick? I mean, I'm going to have to spend an entire day in the Baltimore suburbs just based on this show.
Yeah, we had 40 people sign up last year. Maybe out of the 40, you might have had half of them go out. You had a lot of women sign up. They donate their $3.
$3.
We're going to take the money from the licenses, okay, subtract what it costs us for the trophies, and then we donate the rest to charity.
What do the trophies look like? What's Sven Lloyd doing here?
Are you from India? Where are you from?
Bangladesh. 10,000
Bangladesh.
in Bangladesh, you turn in, you get a color TV.
Do they give rewards for every 1,000 rats you turn on, you get some money?
I don't go hunting.
No.
You go fishing.
Somebody else.
I see nothing wrong with what I'm doing. I'm sorry.
I've never seen nobody fish for rats.
If you want to call it an animal, it's a disease-carrying animal. It does not belong. We don't need it. It does nothing for society.
At least I gave you half a penny. You didn't give it
I almost wiped out England.
It almost wiped out England. This dude knows so much about rats. And if you try to argue with him that what he's doing isn't morally and ethically acceptable, he's going to hit you with the fucking 1-2 piece and a front kick, and he don't even throw kicks.
You gotta catch a rat, man. That's all I can say. It ain't easy.
That's it. That's the whole video. They don't catch any rats. They don't fucking hit any rats in the heads with baseball bats. I've watched that whole video twice, and I keep waiting for a post-credit sequence like you're watching Terminator Genesis, and it don't happen. Donna's Tavern. That's it. So we got to go to Donna's Tavern, and we got to go to the Yellow Rose, if it still exists. Ryan Stubenhofer. Whoever gave me the sub 4 days ago, thank you so much. I'm assuming it's the dude who constantly drops gifteds. Yeah, we got a couple of those around these parts. You know what you could consider doing, Ryan, is you could consider renewing that membership after the free one goes away, or you can consider dropping a gifted membership of your own. See how much you enjoy it? Pay that forward. The Yellow Rose is defunct. It is now called SOS Bar and Lounge. Oh. SOS Bar and Lounge? Bar and Lounge, Baltimore, Maryland. Let's take a look here. So Baltimore Sports Lounge? I'm not seeing the SOS Bar. Perhaps there's some sort of confusion about the name. Yeah, I'm not even seeing that. All right, if you can find a link, shoot me a link. I'd like to see what it became. All right, fish to the Yellow Rose. We barely knew it hit you. And we're going to have to find a new home for the rat fishing capital of Greater Timonium. All right, the last time we did this show, one of the breakout hits was a YouTube channel called Wavy Boats. Can't recommend it enough. They've got almost 2 million subscribers. It's just assholes and boats acting like assholes. What I've learned is that nobody knows how to drive their boat, pilot their boat, sail their boat. These are not ships, these are boats. And it's a lot of fun. And they cover different harbors, and they've got different people working different beats. This is the Haul Over Inlet. And this, I think, is Thanksgiving weekend from 2021. Yes. There are some issues with the boats, and people have difficulty piloting them. And I can't even explain to you how much that this YouTube channel has changed my viewing habits. Mobland is off television now. Mobland wrapped up. I mean, I still enjoy watching film, but I've got no television shows now. All I have is Wavy Boats. And there probably isn't going to be one of those shows where we don't watch some of these dirt-to-durs almost kill their families with saltwater in a canal before they even make. I mean, none of these videos that I've watched on this channel are out in the briny deep. They're certainly not out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. This is not Deadliest Catch. All right? You're a crab fisherman out in the Bering Sea. It's very different than Johnny Weekender not understanding that you shouldn't put all the kids and the girls up in the front of the boat and then the bow dips under the fucking wake. Oh, it's just so entertaining. Endlessly entertaining. And just another reason why I would love to know somebody that owns a boat, but I never want to ever own a fucking boat. Oh! They lost her. There she goes. Is that a kid or an adult? Do we know? It looks like a kid. I don't know what it is with these boat owners that tell all of their kids, go up on the front of the boat and wait to die. But this is the second week in a row where we've started off the video with kids being put at jeopardy by Dado, who wants to swing his dick around. Is the Yellow Barn Tavern now? What's that? Yellow Rose address was 2511 East Fayette Street. Google Maps shows the building is boarded up. Oh, that sucks. The rat fisherman may have put the Yellow Rose out of. I mean, it looked like it was on its last legs while we were watching that video. All right, fish. Now, is she alive or dead? Oh, she's fine. He's fine. She's holding her phone up. Turn around, idiot. She's fine. This guy has rescued quite a few people here. So is this guy not a ward of the state? This guy's just about his father's business? That's kind of an interesting gig, right? You go into a canal where idiots try to get their boats out into the water and you just wait for them to fuck up and then you save their lives. It's a nice way to spend your afternoon. It's probably rewarding. Your jet ski becomes a write-off. It's worse ways to go about spending the rest of your life. Get up, stupid. She don't look like she wants to. Oh, there she goes. There you go. Well, they didn't come back for her. She's having all types of problems. Another kid up front. There's too many people in that boat. Uh-oh! I mean, it's just fantastic. It's just fantastic because they all make the same fucking mistakes. They all have too many people in their boat. They all put them up front, and they start dicking around, and they're bobbing up and down. They're bobbing up and down. Everybody's screaming and having a great time, and Friendo behind the wheel thinks that his dick is 12 inches long, and then it takes that one bad dip underneath it. It gets waterlogged, and then they're fucked. This is like the third boat that we've seen do this. I wouldn't even care if there weren't so many tax-funded professionals that are then responsible for saving these people's keisters. Oh, it's listening. It's listening. Oh, they're going over. It must overload the pumps or something. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 11 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 or 11 people on that boat. Does that look like a boat that can hold 11 people? This happened to a girl I used to work with. Her leg ended up getting sucked in by the rudder. Yeah, buddy of mine named TJ, he was on a boat like this, an overloaded boat, and he fell off the back of it, and the fucking prop severed his leg, chopped his leg clean off. They had to send a helicopter. I don't know how he didn't bleed out, and now he's just got one leg. And to this day, he'll tell you the best thing that ever happened to him was his leg got chopped off because he's got a blade leg that he swears is better. And he's been able to park in handicap parking spaces for his entire life. Now, that is definitely a glass half full way of looking at that shit. But yeah, I mean, I think that's probably a regular occurrence in every boating community every single season. But I mean, this boat is half sunk already. These people have stopped having fun and are now immediately going to tear. And then here you see, this is a hallmark of these videos. If you look up front here, I believe they're diving for the life jackets. This is the portion of the video where they start diving for the life jackets and taking this shit seriously. I mean, this thing's going down. I mean, what do you do? Uh-oh. I'm about to get Chief. I wonder if they made it. Nortec Triple Mercury 350. What a nice boat. Beautiful. See, this is, oh, there it goes. Take it on water, Chief. Oh, man. Drowning your kids is so much fun. Wow. And it's got 3 engines, too. That joker fast. Please knock this giant woman into the water. Please knock her into the drink. Please. Yes. 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 Oh no, she's still in the boat. Oh fuck. She gone. It would have taken a lot to lift her big ass up over the deck there. Another kid up front. I mean, they're just scooping up water every time. You're Dunsky. Boston Whaler. You got a boat? Tiger Wolf. Tiger Wolf. I like it. That ain't so bad. She's in her bathing suit. She's fine. I've already subscribed. Oh. Go over. Go over. Oh my God. The boat has taken on a good amount of water and is now listing. Listing, it's almost underwater. I just don't even understand, like, I'm no expert, but I would assume the first time one of those big waves breaks over the bow of the boat, it's like lay off the fucking throttle. Like stop forcing it, and then you won't launch yourself into the air the next time one of these wave hits, and then you smash down and all the water. I mean, they all do the same shit over and over again. It's almost like you want to send out gifted memberships to Wavy Boats to anybody that you know that lives in a zip code where there's a large body of water. I certainly would want to do that. I'm a big fan of that channel. I'm a big fan of everything they're doing and all the education they provide. I like to know how many dumbasses there are out there. Because if I'm ever in a boat, I'm steering the fuck clear of all of you people. All of you. All right. I don't know how you guys feel about roller coasters. It's weird because, like, I'm a big fan of roller coasters. I'm not a big fan of cruise ships. Cruise ships are not for me, but roller coasters are. And I feel like they're kind of in the same category, like the same white trash diversion category. Speaking of white trash diversions, have you hit the like button yet? Have you hit the like button yet? There's only 47 of us, Chris Cooley, but damn it, we can get good and mad. Hit the like button. And we part as friends. So whenever there's new roller coasters, I haven't been to a theme park in a while, but if I do, I go on all of them. I go on all the roller coasters. That wasn't until I might be too fat now to go on them. I don't know if they've upped the weight limits on these roller coasters as America's continued to get fatter. But this is not from America. This is the Jurassic World Dark Ride. Jurassic World Dark Ride, Universal Studios, Beijing. Beijing. And I don't know if Biker Sean has been there because he likes to go over to Asia and do things that he could do in Orlando, Florida. That's what he likes to do. That's not what I like to do. But I saw some of the clips of this, and I thought it would be worth sharing. Looks pretty fucking cool. I mean, you think with just how clear, like, 4K television is, like, to incorporate that into any type of an amusement park ride, it's just going to enhance the experience. And now that we have AI, 3D printing. Like, I just feel like there's all kinds of different ways this is going to benefit roller coasters. That isn't just, okay, we're going to, now there's a loop, now there's a big hill. Like, this seems to be a horse of a different color. And that's why I thought it'd be worth having a look here. This is from 2024, so this thing's been out for a year now. But this is in Universal Studios Beijing. I really must insist, and this has been a theme on this show ever since I've started it. Jurassic Park greater than Jurassic World. I think we all know that. Very clean video. Jurassic World Adventure. Look at this lobby. I think that's John Hammond in the middle. There's stupid Brandy Chastain speaking Chinese. What's her name? Bryce Dallas Chastain. That's Dino DNA right there in the middle, right? Mr. DNA, where did you come from? Serious question. If we can have this, why can't we just have Jurassic Park? Have we not gotten to that speech I just gave about amusement park rides? Let's just have Jurassic Park. What are we doing? Elon Musk is building city-sized spaceships to get us to Mars in our lifetime. I would rather have dinosaurs than Mars. Who would rather have dinosaurs than Mars? I know I would. Mars does nothing for me. Dinosaurs gets me that much closer to having dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. All right, let's fast forward. This is fantastic. Are these assholes even going anywhere? Is this all just a fucking screen and they're sitting in some sort of a mock conveyance that just shakes back and forth? Like, are they actually moving anywhere? I can't figure out the depth perception. Does anyone knows anything about this ride? This is just a screen, right? Oh, there he is. Ankylosaurus, get fucked. Nobody's gonna top an Ankylosaurus. You'd have to flip the son of a bitch over like a turtle. Are these actual? Is this just camera shit, or is there anything real happening here? Like, do they build any models? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. This looks fantastic. Ankylosaurus top 5 dinosaur. Fight me. I'm surprised they don't take your phone. That stupid orb. I'm surprised they don't take your phones from this place so that you can't leak like the entire premise, because it's not the same as riding an actual roller coaster, right? Like, if you actually are experiencing the G-force and the twists and the turns and the speed and the wind and the smells, like, that's different. You're just watching a presentation here, pretty much. And there's be massively spoiled. I'm not saying they're not doing a good job. Like, when that one dinosaur was chasing them, like, they were shaking the cart back and forth, so it felt like something that was impacting behind you. These are some big spoilers. There's nothing lamer, by the way, than those rolly things in Jurassic World. like those with the lucite glass, and you've just never seen a vehicle like that ever. Compare that to the electronic Ford Explorers from Jurassic Park. And then, of course, the gas-powered Jeeps. I was wondering if you take a gas-powered Jeep and go rescue the children. All right, there's your boy. I mean, I would be scared. Like, the lighting is awesome. Oh, raptors. Oh, is that Blue? So tired of Blue. So this thing is acting out the end of Jurassic World, right? The Tyrannosaur is going to come out of that paddock. Come get it. God, get fucked. You swear the T-Rex isn't going to fuck that Indomitian Rex up. You swear it wasn't ever going to happen. Come on. Oh, they're not fighting. This is kind of fantastic. Oh, Bryce Dallas Howard saved him. Get him, T-Rex. I'd fucking ride this. I would ride this ride. I'd talk all this shit. I would ride this ride 15 times in a row just to get to that moment. I fucking teared up. I hate Jurassic World, and I cried. I cried like a menopausal woman when T-Rex came bursting out and eventually took down. Is that the Indomitius Rex? Indomitian Sue? Fantastic. Why don't we have more dinosaur content? Harness the power, Dino Riders. Where's my fucking Indiegogo for a Dino Riders movie? I've brought this up before. Makes no sense to me whatsoever. Nobody doesn't like dinosaurs. Nobody doesn't have fond memories of them. Nobody's childhood wasn't intertwined with dinosaurs. It's never not been the case. It's the most relatable thing you can do. You think the Fantastic Four is relatable? It's not. It's not as relatable as dinosaurs. All right. Talked a little bit about this. I showed some of it to Tor on Monday. Would never want to be in a street fight ever. It's not my cup of tea. Wouldn't want to train for it. Not tough enough. Wouldn't want headgear to not be involved. Wouldn't want 16-ounce gloves if I could possibly get them. My shoulders fucked from falling through the deck or the deck falling away from me like corn. I would never want to do it. But I do miss Kimbo Slice. He was one of my favorites. Me and Marty Jannetty. Love Kimbo. Rooted for him in the UFC. So anytime there's any type of a backyard brawl type situation, I'm always intrigued. Especially if the motherfuckers know what they're doing. You know? Most fights you see that get a bunch of replays on TikTok or Instagram Reels or what have you is there's one guy that thinks he's a hardo, and there's another guy that actually knows what he's doing, that actually knows how to throw hands, knows how to use his feet, footwork, knows head movement, knows how to roll, shoulder roll, knows how to punch down the barrels, not throwing these crazy looping, panicky punches. Those are the most popular fight videos. So the notion of not just tough guys from around the block, but actual fighters fighting in a backyard is pretty intriguing. And that's why when I saw this story earlier in the week, I was immediately enraptured. Dan Hooker, for those of you that are unfamiliar, he is a UFC lightweight, fought many times, kickboxer also. And he put together a fight, not just outside, but in his backyard. In his backyard. You'll see as we're watching this, these giant meat-fisted individuals, these crazy Tongan tattooed bastards, slapping each other silly. They're beating each other up in front of Dan Hooker's kids' trampoline. You'll see it. We saw it. This is just tremendous. I want an invite. Watch.
Yeah, let's run it. Yeah, fight one. All right, guys, you better know the rules, yeah? Ready? Both ready? Time on.
Look at these slabs of meat. Look at these big boys. And then what did I say? Look at the left. Look what's on the far left of the screen. It's his kid's trampoline. Is this entire thing fenced in? It's fenced in, right? Do they have porta potties? How many dudes? Now, they have a referee. They appear to have a cut man. I think that was the guy in the cowboy hat. But if you haven't seen this, these guys are not effing playing.
Fight! Oh, I'm in there, boys.
That was quick.
Well, fucking does what it says on the tin, eh?
One problem I have here is that it doesn't appear like there's universal footwear. It looks like you could either be barefoot or wear shoes, and I think that puts the guy wearing shoes at a distinct advantage. Also, part of me wishes I was Samoan, because it looks like if you're carrying a few extra, I'm not saying these guys aren't tough as fucking nails, they clearly are, but if you're carrying a couple of extra LBs, you can just get the love handle tattoos, and I really think that helps take away some of the focus on any extra LBs you're carrying around the midsection.
Up, fight! Keep going, Sean. Keep going, Sean. Oh, find the chin, Sean. Find the chin. Up, brothers. Find the chin, Sean. Go, man. Punch your way up. Stop. Go again.
That guy having some balance issues.
Time out, fight! Don't film the fights, boys. If you nice, Charlie. Nice. Oh. Nice, Charlie. Fight! Ooh. Charlie. Nice. Nice, Steve. Nice. Nice, Charlie. Yep.
You see what I'm talking about, though? That guy throws a punch, and then he knows a punch is coming, so he moves his head and then counters. Like, that's more high-level combat than you usually see in backyard brawls. One of these guys, I think, tears his bicep.
Nice. Wait. Get it over, boys. There goes the guy.
Yes.
Fuck. Bicep slip. Came over. You went.
That guy had face tattoos. Did everybody see that? I'm never fighting a man with face tattoos. Hopefully, I don't have to fight anybody.
Nice. Yep. Nice. Wait.
That guy. If you have tattoos up underneath your eyelids, you will not be fucked with by me or anybody in my party. Perhaps that's a stereotype, but it's one that I like to live my life by and choose to live my life by. Spider Clamp asked, didn't Shirtless have a boxing ring in his backyard? Yes, most assuredly. I don't know that all Puerto Ricans have boxing rings in their backyard, but I would say 50% of the Puerto Ricans that I know have built boxing rings in their backyard so they could kick the shit out of each other after they have a few Modelo's on Saturday night. Tim Both 21 has joined the Orange Boys. Again, they're misanthropes. Belated fat tax for Normie, who served many years commuting and surviving thanks to drive time big shooter. Cheers of a yellow can, sir. Have a Pacifico for yourself, my friend. Thank you so much. Hopefully, if I entertained you an afternoon drive, the Chad Duke Show still entertains you. There is a link at the bottom. If you would like to subscribe, you get a daily episode for a low fee every month. I haven't raised my prices since I started, and I don't plan to. So it's worth the investment, I think. But you know what else is worth the investment? A $20 super chat to me. And the good thing is we have received enough super chats now that we're allowed to tell the greatest story that's ever been told one more time.
All right, we're here at Plaza Azteca, the Outer Banks. Hey, man, this is the spot where it happened, correct?
Yep. I had some Pacificos, and I got a little bubbly.
What does that mean?
My stomach was churning, and I walked outside, and projectile vomited right next to this car here. And
Jim was loogieing over there.
Jim spat right here.
All right, well, let's reenact it real quick. So, Brian will play the role of the girl having her quinceañera.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh my gosh, I'm just here having my quinceañera at Plaza Azteca. What is the man with no eyelids doing?
It's fucking great, man.
It's exactly how it went. It's exactly how it went. Thank you, Tim. You're a good man. Kevin Smith said, you stay away from people with face tattoos just like I stay away from streets named Martin Luther King Boulevard. You still in some Chris Rock shtick, Kevin? I know what you're up to. You're not going to get me to join in your hate, sir.
Get it over with. Yeah, guys.
Yes.
Fuck. The whole minute.
Oh, this sounds awful.
Just the whole minute, bro. Just there. Now. Got up now. Hold it. Wait for it. Now. Not you. Now, when you're ready. Ready to go. Let's get it, boys.
Work, boys. Get the hands going.
The rounds are only a minute.
Fight your way up.
Got up tight. When you're ready.
Fight's gone. Go. Nice, brother.
Find your shots, baby. Come up. You got a good guard, bud. There's nothing getting through that guard.
Got a good guard, bub.
Nice enough. Keep going now. Let him go. You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go now.
Uppercut.
Oh, you gotta
Oh, got him.
That's how good. Let's go. Hands up tight. Take your shot.
Beautiful. Hit it out.
I'm fucking exhausted just from watching that. And they're only fighting 1 minute rounds, by the way. Can you imagine going 5-minute rounds? Do you know how exhausting that must be? How much cardio you have to do? I don't know that I would even hit a heavy bag. I think I would just sprint on a treadmill for 5 hours. The only way I could even think to prepare for a fight. I wouldn't even have to really worry about getting knocked out. I swear to God. Because I would run out of air. When I fought John Paul Flame when I was an intern. John Paul Flame of the Junkies. And, of course, I lost. And then after that, I was able to get my first full-time gig in radio. Oscar's never thanked me. We got our first full-time gig in radio because when I fought JP, the CD, I did such a good job talking shit and then losing in spectacular fashion. The CD demo that I had to give the program director who approached me and said, hey, that was amazing. Do you have a demo? Maybe we could get you on the station. The CD that I handed him was Big O and Dukes. That's a true story. So this isn't sour grapes, but I was wearing headgear and JP had 16-ounce gloves. I had 16-ounce gloves. Nobody was getting hurt. And he was definitely more aggressive, and he was definitely overly aggressive, I would say, because I thought it was just a wacky radio bit. I didn't take it seriously as he did. But what ended up doing me in was that when the fucking adrenaline kicks in and you're throwing punches and you're getting punched, your oxygen just evaporates. Like, I can't even explain it to you. Like, I've never had any other situation where it's like you're trying to draw breath, and it's not like your breath is short. There is no O2. There is no oxygen. It isn't there for you. And you feel a really weird way. Like, I mean, if you're underwater and you feel like you've taken a mouthful of water, like you're panicked and you're swimming up towards the top, but I just think your brain can fucking process it a little bit better because you know what's going on. If you're sitting there standing upright with someone throwing punches at you and you can't breathe, it's a very unique sensation. I wouldn't recommend it. And watching like these 400-pound dudes fling on each other, I just get exhausted looking at it. So yeah, I mean, this is immensely entertaining. This is more entertaining than, no disrespect, I love the UFC, I love BKFC, you know, I like all these things. This is better. This is much better.
Look,
they should all be shirtless.
Yo, win that hour.
Also, my dude hawking a big loogie on the same place where everybody else is going to fight. Like, I think they usually wipe down the mats with bleach and shit like that when people bleed on it. I'm not for that.
Some cultures, you like meet in a sunny day and have a barbecue. You know, maybe like let the kids play on a little inflatable slide or something, but going for a different angle today.
Is that Roy Nelson?
Straight. Just straight.
Is that Roy Nelson? That ain't Roy Nelson.
No, the body. Next time you're in the inside. Now let him have it. Now let him have it. Uppercut when his head's out. Hands up! Straight. 30 seconds.
Oh my God. I mean, with guys this big throwing like this, I just can't believe there wasn't just a rack of broken orbital bones. Like, it's just crazy to me. And I haven't been punched a lot, but I've been punched a couple of times in my life. And one of the things it's always remarkable is first of all, there's a smell. And then also when you realize you can get punched and your face doesn't fall apart, it's a very exhilarating feeling. But I've never certainly been punched by anybody the size of these dump trucks that are kicking the shit out of each other with toaster fists. I mean, that's the part that doesn't make any sense. It's like there should be teeth and orbital bones just smashed all over the backyard here in front of where Dan Hooker's kids go out to play on the trampoline.
Straight, please. Straight. Whoa! 10 seconds. Swing it. Swing it, boys. Uppercut.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
Mouth guard on. You ready? You ready? Time on. Fight.
How tall are these dudes? Racist.
Stop. Hey. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, these fucking boneheads. Because that dude, Kimbo Slice, was bald. Kimbo Slice had cornrows on the side of his head. And he had a beard down to his mid-chest. He's a black Jack dude, so they got 12 fucking rednecks saying Kimbo, New Zealand rednecks mumbling Kimbo Slice at themselves.
Continue. No.
Oh, he's fucked.
I like it when it's a good fight, everyone gets super into it. So for the last 10 seconds, they hear the energy and they just fucking go for it. I also like whenever there's a knockout, you don't react at all.
7 fights and it's 8 fights. We've got 7 guys that have 7 fights where everyone's all won, but because of injuries and stuff like that, there's 4 guys that lost that will fight to get back in. Yeah.
Rip charge.
Where's this at, man?
You're gonna fight again.
Your ears on. I hate repeating myself. Wavy.
You got a cut?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's only a little one. I've looked at it.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right, medic doesn't give a fuck.
Good to go. She's here,
That's why you got me.
You ready? You ready? Time on, fight!
A minute.
Those guys have already fought.
Odie's there too. Good luck. Use your fence. Go. There you go. Attack up there.
Barefoot and shoes again. Oh no! Walk right into it.
Good.
I know you keep going.
Oh, that was it. I mean, if they wanted to put this on pay-per-view, like original UFC, yeah, I guess, Clamp. It's just for me, for nothing else other than if you step on somebody's foot while you're barefoot, it's just such a completely different, reaction than it's going to be if you step on somebody's foot and you're wearing shoes. I just don't think that part of it's fair. Snatch 2. I just rewatched Snatch. What a fantastic movie. You want to stay down, little man. I mean, you put the man in a bare knuckle boxing. I mean, that entire movie is about bare knuckle boxing. And how did Brad Pitt, by the way, not get nominated for like best supporting actor or something for his role in Snatch? Because first of all, if you read about how he developed his accent for that movie, it was based on Benicio del Toro's character in The Usual Suspects, which is genius. And then secondly, he's incredibly funny in that movie. He's disarming. And then at the end, when the Pikeys are fucking taking their revenge on Bricktop's gang, like he's incredibly intimidating in the part where his mom's caravan gets firebombed. Yeah, on top of that, he's fucking dreamy, Clamp. Yes, exactly. I mean, I think that it might have been, don't hold me to this, but I think it's as sexy as Brad Pitt has ever been. Is that fair enough? Sexy Snatch Brad Pitt. All right, I'm going to pull up a picture and we can decide for ourselves. I mean, there's a bunch of pictures of Brad Pitt and Snatch. His hair kind of looked like Tor's hair when he was out at Fairwinds this past Saturday. It's like I'm gonna knock off a couple of points for that reason. But as far as being jacked, I mean, I don't think he's okay. Here, I found the picture. Okay, I'm taking it off of Pinterest. If anybody wants to fucking stream a clip right now and prove anything to anybody about my proclivities, if you had suspicions about me for your entire life, this is going to do nothing but reaffirm it. So, look, I won't belabor the point for those of you out there that are homophobes, but if you are a fat guy, there's two different types of dude hot. One is if you're wearing a wife beater, and then one when you take the fucking shirt off. A lot of times a dude wearing a wife beater, this fucking, go ahead and clip this, is hotter than he is when he takes his shirt off. He's both in this movie. Brad Pitt is both in this movie. And I'm not going to belabor the tiny nipple point. We've been down this road on this very show. I don't know how this is a 2-hour show I do once a week and multiple times. The size of men's nipples has already come up. But Jesus Christ, if you could draw it up, if there was a template. I know I've been busting drab t-shirts balls for having to go back under the knife a couple of times, several times with this new radical hair transplant therapy that he has, hair therapy that he therapy, nude shoods dudes with foods scroods. But if there was some sort of procedure where they said, Dukes, you're going to have 4 excruciating surgeries, but at the end of those surgeries, the culmination will be you will have Brad Pitt's nipples. Sign me the fuck up. Kevin Smith says I'm swerving off the road. There ain't no comedy in this, Kevin Smith. This is a shoot. I couldn't be shooting anymore. I've said too much. Somebody please, nipple replacement therapy. All right, so Clamp, make a list. We're going iguana hunting. We got to go up and find out what happened to the Yellow Rose. We're going to Donna's Tavern in Dundalk. And then I've got to get nipple replacement therapy. Write it down. I hope my in-laws aren't here. They might have showed up at some point. All right, very good. Go to CommonwealthDryGoods.com, buy a hat. Chad Duke Show hat. They're very pretty. Perfect colors for the season. And as you know, Jesus is the reason for the season. I've been saying that to you for years. So go pick one out right now. Hit the like button on your way out. And of course, don't go anywhere if you haven't heard the entirety of the lyrics and song. This beautiful symphonic power metal, folk metal, Smorgy and the Wendigo Uprising. That is the power metal offshoot of Smorgy and the Jive Turkeys. If you haven't heard this bad boy, you're going to wish you did. I'll meet you back here on Friday night for Solid Dudes at 7 p.m. And until that time, friendo. He's got star fruit in his pockets and bananas in his hair. Don't ever fuck with Fruity Dukes, not even on a dare. Fruity Dukes is coming, Fruity Dukes is here. Fruity Dukes rules the produce island, orange groves everywhere. Fruity Dukes has pineapple and Concord grapes in space. He enemas with ocean spray, cranberry juice in waves. Strutting down the block, juggling the nectarines while all the ladies gawk. He's got star fruit